So over the past year, a lot's been happening with YouTube. A lot of controversy, a lot of problems. I felt I needed to bring some attention to some of it in case some of you don't know, and to maybe give you a better perspective of what has been happening and to show my opinions. And I want to get your opinions on these matters as well. So the thing that's happened most recently, last night, YouTube has changed their monetization policy again, and it's not going to come into effect until February 20th. But what they have done is made it so that smaller channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers and less than 4,000 hours of view time over a 12-month period can no longer monetize their videos. A lot of people are going to be really upset about this, but I'm totally fine with it. It's going to weed out a bunch of channels that don't have the dedication to get to that point. I mean, if I was only ever going to get there or less, what's the point of monetizing anyway? You're not going to make any money out of it. The only reason I was monetizing videos now, which I had started to do at the very beginning of this year, was to test a theory that YouTube would self-promote itself more often, which would self-promote me more because there were ads on the video, and in that case I would get more viewers and get more exposure. Now, unfortunately, now that they're doing this, I'll never really get that answer if that's true or not, but it's not really going to affect me all that much. I'm still exactly who I am, where I am, and we're going to the same place regardless. And ultimately, this is an incredibly good thing because the spam channels, the worst probably, will not be able to profit anymore. They'll have to create something and create a community before they're able to profit. So a lot of the bullshit channels are just going to be wiped because they're no longer going to get anything from it. So that's a very good thing that YouTube should have done a long time ago, honestly. And it shouldn't affect any small creators that really wanted to get somewhere in the first place, because 1,000 subscribers is not that much compared to the big picture. Even at that point, you're not really going to be making any money. So it shouldn't affect you at all. And those of you that are doing it for fun, then yeah, I mean, it does nothing. It's definitely not going to affect you at all. It's not going to affect me at all. I'm doing it for fun, but I would like to obviously get somewhere, but it's unimportant. I just like to do this. So where did all this come from? There's been a lot of talk over the last year about monetization policies, about the adpocalypse, a lot of trouble from that. And I'm not sure if there's a specific instance that this can be related to. It comes from many of the creators abusing the system and YouTube more or less ignoring it. But if I had to pick an instance that I think this may have been originally started from, it all comes down to PewDiePie. That was the beginning of last year, I think, or towards the end of the previous year. I don't know exactly when this happened. You may have heard about it, but PewDiePie had said the N-word on a live stream during a gaming session, and everybody got incredibly offended and upset about it, which of course everybody always does when it comes to racism. Since he's apologized, of course, he lost a lot of sponsorships, he lost a lot of programs that he was making, and he got knocked back to the bare videos, which in turn has actually made him a lot happier. So it was a very good thing for him. He is very pleased that happened because he was getting ruined by the fame and the consistency of it. But I would say that that was probably where this all started. Advertisers that were put onto videos like that and seen by so many that it changes the view on their product and they get upset and they backed out. They lost a lot of advertising backers over the last year. I can't specifically say which ones they were, but they did lose a lot of them, which put an ad crisis on everything. They didn't have enough ads to go around for all of the creators, which limited the amount of money that they could make. YouTube also applied a bot system, I'm going to call it that, an automated system that reviews your videos, and they did it without telling anybody at the beginning of last year. And they didn't tell anybody that it was doing it either. But what this bot did was it would search through videos and mark them as not appropriate for all advertisers, and the content creator wouldn't have any idea that this was happening. But it would happen, and they would get less ads because of it. But no one really knew why until October, November of last year, when they revealed what they had done and made the bot's decisions and all that public. The reason that it didn't work very well is because they had to rush it out. So the bot was not perfected, so it didn't work well. It was still learning all this time, so everybody's advertising and their monetization was all way off. It was way off. Everybody was losing money, everyone was upset, going nuts, YouTube was dying, etc., etc. The bot still sucks. It does. Almost every video that I've posted this year has been claimed, and not much reason for it, but they have made it able to be fixed, and they're working on it, and it's getting better. Ultimately, it's a good decision. It's their way of trying to review videos before they get posted so that they can control the content a little bit. But there is a point that they're not going to be able to pass, I don't think. You can't control what everybody does, and no matter what, people are going to abuse the system. And it's because of things like that that people abuse the system. The growth of YouTube has become incredibly difficult. Even bigger YouTubers, and I've never really understood this, but bigger YouTubers like the cancerous Logan Paul, I'll get to what he did eventually, but YouTubers like him still try to outdo themselves and do something massively crazy or stupid to get everyone's attention when they already have 15 million subscribers and God knows how much money. I'm not really sure what the purpose is.Maybe it's greed. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, I don't appreciate it. All this stuff, I don't follow it. I don't follow it. I hate it. I stay in the dark for a reason. So let's talk about Logan Paul and what he did. In the very beginning of this year, he posted a vlog where he went to the suicide forest and found a dead body. Now, there's been a ton of discussion about this, and I didn't want to cover it at all because it's stupid, but obviously it was stupid. The idea was stupid. He planned to go to the Japanese suicide forest so that he could plan to find a dead body, so he could plan to react and record to it. The next big thing, and it's worked out very well for him. It has. It will. Yeah, he got a strike. Big deal. Yeah, he lost his monetization for the moment. Big deal. He got a ton of attention. And like they say, no publicity is bad publicity. So he accomplished what he set out to accomplish. And if he wasn't setting out to do that, then he's just as stupid as he looks. But I don't think that's the case. I think he was very well aware of what he was doing, very well aware of the consequences, and very well aware he was just so sadistic that he didn't care. That's my thought on the subject. Not a guarantee, but that's what I think. By the way, do not search out for that video. Do not do it. He removed it. YouTube didn't remove it because YouTube ignored it. But he removed the video after a ton of backlash. But people had already seen it, taken it, recorded it, and it's still out there and you can still find it. Do not look. That's for your own protection. Do not look for that. But back to the point of what's going on now, the new ad system. You're going to hear a lot of talk about this, probably a lot from smaller YouTubers saying that they're disheartened and torn down and they're giving up, and etc., etc. And I would, for the most part, ignore that. But any small creators that you care about, it is more important now than ever to support them. To comment on their channels, give them some likes, share their videos, talk to them. Because that's all we get. That's all we get. And it's all we're going to get for a long time. It's what we do this for. So if you get anything from these videos, if you get entertained by them, if they make your day any better, please give the creators something back. Because YouTube sure as hell isn't going to do it. So I touched on a few things today, the things that were the most important. There's some other stuff that wasn't really, it didn't really matter, so I didn't bother bringing it up, like the death of Vine and why Logan Paul and Jake Paul and all these Viners were here in the first place. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's an open program. Anybody can use it, and all are welcome here. That's the thing about it. All are welcome here, and you're never going to be able to control what kind of content comes out. All you can control is what you choose to watch and to endorse. So, in my opinion, we should just let all of this be and leave it in the past. Forget that it ever happened because giving it publicity now is only going to make it worse in the future and bring more to the people who are toxic to the system in the first place. So what we need to do is work together to make this platform great again, so that it doesn't die out, because I see it, and the way that I'm seeing it, this platform will die within, I'd give it 5 years with the rate that it's going. They're trying to fix it, but I don't think they're going to be able to alone. We, the people who watch and the creators who care, need to come together and actually create something that's worth existing, something that betters lives and doesn't do all of this monotonous bullshit that's just trying to overtop all the rest of them, trying to do better, to overdo, to stick your face out in the front. It's stupid, it's pointless, and I don't believe in it. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on all of these things, this whole situation, see what you have to say about it. I'd really like to discuss with you in the comments down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay awesome, guys.